French master pâtissier Eric Lanlard has changed the face of British patisserie, earning himself a reputation for not only awe-inspiring cakes, but for a clientele that boasts the likes of Madonna, Elton John, and the Beckhams.
One of my competitors was on television the other day and just said, "We do cake for celebrities." And I said, "We do cake for everybody, including celebrities."
For the first time, he's going to share his tricks of the trade. This isn't just about puddings, it's about Glamour Puds. Dinner parties are a time to pull out all the stops, a chance to show your friends what a whiz you are in the kitchen. And nothing says, "Look at me, I'm an accomplished cook," more than a decadent, jaw-dropping dessert. On this edition of Glamour Puds, top pâtissier Eric Lanlard has ideas that will make sure your dinner party ends not just with a dessert, but with a work of art. Coming up, a dessert that guarantees an explosive end to any meal. Orange Flambé coffee with pistachios and syllabub. What should you really drink with dessert? Wine expert Olly Smith samples some excellent tipples for pudding. And a dessert that's sure to leave your guests open mouthed. Mogador, blackcurrant and chocolate mousse with an iced crème brûlée centre.
Dinner party. This recipe is going to blow away your guest. And you think I'm joking? Wait for the finale. But it's very simple to make. So to start, I actually soaked here some full orange peel in orange liquor for 1 week. So they are well soaked with alcohol. That's going to come later, and that's the extravagant finale of the party. First of all, we're going to make a syllabub made with pistachio and Cointreau. So I got some double cream here, and I'm going to whisk it.
So syllabub is something you'd have in France, or is it something you've found over here?
No, we don't. I don't think so. I only come across them in the UK, really. So, but this one is a kind of novelty one as well, you know, because we're putting some unusual ingredients. I'm going to add some caster sugar slowly to it. And here I got some alcohol, some Cointreau.
So is this quite an alcoholic dessert then?
It is, yeah. Perfect to finish a dinner party. And here I got some lemon juice. A bit of rosewater to give it a kind of Middle East theme. And we're going to add some pistachio paste.
Where can you get pistachio paste from?
They go to the Middle Eastern delis. They always sell them. And the best way to know if it's a good paste is not green. Because if it's green, they put food coloring inside. That's the real stuff. And we're going to carry on mixing it till it's light and fluffy, and you kind of thick it up as well. If you were serving it on its own, you probably could put a bit of honey as well on the bottom of the glass. That would be lovely, I think. Okay, that's done. Just going to fill our little glass. If you're not going to serve it with coffee or something, you can serve some biscotti maybe, or shortbread. They need to go in the fridge. They're going to set in the fridge, you know, a bit right to the top. We're just gonna top it up with a few chopped pistachios around it like this. So now I got some nice hot coffee here. So you just set it on fire, and of course that has to be done in the dark to see the flame. Drop it in a glass, gently, and just pour over a hot, steamy black coffee. Here we have the real showpiece and the perfect handing to a great dinner party.
As Eric is very keen to serve wine that will match his desserts at his dinner party, he's come to Vinopolis, a wine-tasting venue and bar in the centre of foodie Mecca, Borough Market. He's called in top wine expert Olly Smith to find out if serving a bone-dry Pinot Grigio with a chocolate fruit is a dinner party faux pas, tantamount to putting a fondue set in the middle of the table and urging everyone to dig in. There are some rules.
You want the wine to be just a little bit sweeter than the dessert.
There are some big no-nos.
Absolutely horrific.
But there's an awful lot of wine to taste.
Oh, yes. That's good. Two ways to go. You can either go with the pudding, go with the flavours. For example, here we've got a lovely lemon tart. So I'm going to do something lemony, or we could go against it. Right, Eric, you're about to experience all the life and zest that can possibly be packed into a lemon tart. That's about crispness and refreshment. And for the wine, I want to emulate that. I want to build on that. So I'm giving you a late harvest German Riesling from Dr. Hermann.
It's lovely. Very nice.
It's super refreshing. The acidity cleans the palate. And I find for this style of pudding, if it has the zing factor, the wow factor, this style of late harvest Riesling works perfectly.
If you want to break down the Riesling sugars a bit and make your wine less sweet, add some ice.
Never tell the winemaker, because he will come and find me and cut off my tenders.
Really?
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, big dinner party. Some don't like sweet wine. Can you serve a dry red wine with it?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, of course you can. Let's try. The problem is it creates a huge amount of clashing in the palate, and it's a little bit like having a refresher and a cheese and onion crisp at the same time. You just think,
yes.
Split in two directions, not very pleasant. However, this is a fantastic Rioja, very expensive Grand Reserve from 2000. Yeah, it's amazing. So let's just try a little bit of the fantastic dessert.
I'm debating that.
Yeah, this is going to ruin Eric's dessert. Delicious dessert. I should beg for forgiveness what I'm about to do.
Oh. That's like having an orange juice just after brushing your teeth.
It's just so bad. I was in danger of just showering their entire place. Absolutely horrific. I mean, I think avoid red wines in general.
Yes.
But there are some sweet red wines, of course, that you can deploy. But dry red wines,
not a good one.
forget it. Get out of here.
Okay.
Next is a rich chocolate mousse with soft cherries. Will this fruity, chocolatey double whammy fill Ollie?
With chocolate dessert, generally speaking, you need quite robust flavours. I've got two options for you here today. I've got a contrast and then a sweeter option. The contrast is something completely unique that I only really discovered very recently from Bouvet. It's Ruby from the Loire Valley. And it's
Rosé?
It's sparkling red wine.
Sparkling red.
Yeah,
Red.
I know
wow.
it sounds really kinky, but it's something that's unique. Cabernet Franc is the grape, and the great thing about this wine is, in this dish we have some cherries, and that works so well with this style of red wine because it's not overly sweet. There's a richness to the flavour, but it's got a lightness as well to the character. It's quite elegant, and that's why I think it'll work so well with the match. You've got the rich flavours of the red wine, but it's sparkling. It's elegant. Cheers.
Ooh. Very nice. J'adore.
Well, we've got here the Essentia, the orange muscat from California. Richer, very sensual wine. It really smells of oranges. It's extraordinary. People will love that. I think that's a very, very popular choice. I think that brings out for me the unctuous nature of the dish, the richness of it. It's also quite cleansing on the palate. It's a weird thing with sweet wine. I always find it makes my mouth water. It's enlivening and exciting in its own way.
That's almost like wrapping the cake in honey or syrup and just having it drizzle down your throat. Very nice. I think the guests will love that. It's a winner.
Next, a dessert that's a work of art. Mogador, a blackcurrant and chocolate mousse with an iced crème brûlée centre. Plus, dinner is served at Eric's. Question is, will everything go according to plan? Glamour Puds dinner party continues after this. I'm tongue-tied when you're around. No one likes to be stuck in the kitchen at their own dinner party, so it's best to keep things simple and round the evening off with a dessert that's so impressive it'll knock your guests' socks off. So if you're after the wow factor at your dinner party, top patissier Lanlard knows what to serve. Coming up, Mogador, a rich blackberry mousse cake with a surprise indulgent centre à la Lanlard.
You can't impress your friend too much at a dinner party, so wait for this recipe. A soft, beautiful chocolate mousse with a hint of blackcurrant on a crème brûlée in the center. And the trick of our dessert is actually we're going to freeze our crème brûlée and we're going to put it in the middle of our chocolate mousse. So when you cut it, it's all going to be gooey and lovely in the center. So the day before, make a crème brûlée. Traditional way, egg yolk in a bowl, mixed with some caster sugar. So when they are mixed well together, we're going to add some hot cream to it and some vanilla pods.
Add cream to a pan and bring it to the boil. Scrape the seeds from the vanilla pod and add to the cream. Then whisk it all together. Pour the cream over the egg mixture and whisk. Pour it into the brûlée dish and bake it in the oven for 30 minutes at 110 degrees until set.
So we're going to make the blackcurrant and chocolate mousse now. And actually the flavour of the blackcurrant is going to come from using blackcurrant tea. I'm using tea bags here, but you can use loose leaves as well if you want to. So we're going to remove the tea bag from our sugar syrup. I'm going to make the pâte à bon. So to do that, I'm just going to put the egg yolks in a mixer. This.
Pâte à bon is a concoction of sugar, water and egg yolks that can be a base for various mousses.
Bone here. So I got some dark chocolate here, it's been melted, and some hot double cream. And I'm just going to add that to the chocolate just to make it a bit more fluid. So just going to whisk it gently together. We put in quite a lot of acidities with the blackcurrant inside, so we don't need a very bitter chocolate or acidic chocolate. And I'm going to add that to our egg mixture. That's good. And now we're going to fold the cream, the whipped cream inside. And I was looking for a kind of glamorous name for it, so I just thought about Mogador is a place in Paris. So gently we're going to fold the cream And from here I can smell the blackcurrant, so I'm sure you will be able to taste it. Right, I'm going to use that later. I'm going to make some ganache first to glaze the top of our cake.
Add hot cream to the chocolate and stir until melted. Add some butter and keep stirring.
Let's assembling our fabulous dessert. So I got some chocolate sponge here, which been made in advance, so you can buy it in if you want to. And just to boost a bit the taste of blackcurrant, I got some blackcurrant preserve here. Good quality one, obviously. More fruit than sugar inside. And I'm just gonna spray a very fine coat.
And you made that sponge on a flat baking tray?
Yeah, I mean, I always love to do that. It's usually on like a Swiss roll, really.
And you just cut out the circle.
Exactly, so you don't have to slice layers. And so I put it on the bottom of a mousse ring like this, and I'm just gonna put a good layer of the chocolate mousse. And now the magic moment. The frozen crème brûlée. So just loosening up a bit on the edges.
So it become almost like ice cream, almost.
Yes, it is, yeah. And you just press it down in the center. And of course, when it's going to defrost, it's going to come back to the usual texture. We're going to cover it again with a bit more chocolate mousse, just to put everything to level. I've done it before the opposite way, where I'd put a chocolate crème brûlée mousse inside the vanilla cream. They work quite well as well, so you can really play around with it. Another layer of sponge. And we're just going to level the whole cake with the rest of the mousse. So that's going to need to go in the fridge for a couple of hours, well, maybe a bit more, just to set all together before we can start to decorate it.
Once it is chilled, smooth the ganache over the cake. Remove the cake from the ring using a blowtorch. With a homemade parchment piping bag, pipe a dark chocolate pattern and fill it with some fruit preserve. Add chocolate decorations of your choice.
Here we are. That should do the trick to impress your friend or your guest. Black currant and chocolate mousse with a vanilla crème brûlée center.
For details of this dish and all recipes featured in the series and exclusive content, check out the website details at the end of the show.
So that's probably the best time of the day, really. All the hard work is done, the preparation for the dinner, and now it's time to set up just before the guests arrive. If you've been to your dinner party, they always know it's going to be something special. So let's try to make an effort and do it.
Hey, yo, check this.
Attention to detail is everything to Eric, and that goes for his table settings. The wine,
Smell good? Yeah.
of course, the dessert. Everyone arrives and are immediately furnished with a glass of Flambé.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. I keep it the starter, the main course, quite simple because I'm going full whack with the dessert.
Excellent.
Because we're not having just one dessert, we're having three.
Mixed feelings amongst Eric's girlfriends?
Guys, can we sit down? The dinner is ready, so let's...
A simple starter of gravlax and a main of pancetta-wrapped chicken with basil whets everyone's appetite.
You can have a good starter, a good main course, or average. If you have a very bad pudding, that's what you will remember. Attention!
Oh my gosh, look at those
Too good to eat.
ball things on the top.
Yeah, I named it Mogador, and it's a dark chocolate mousse flavoured with blackcurrant tea. and a special centre.
Olly's recommendation.
Natalie, will you do the pleasure to serve the
with the Mogador.
muscat, please? And it's a lovely dessert wine, and it's not too sweet because sometimes dessert wine are so sweet with the with cakes, so it make the whole thing too sickly.
So good.
Oh,
Eric. So good.
Yeah, very nice. Lovely. Gorgeous.
Can you guess what's inside? Just to remind you, we've got a second dessert coming.
Oh no.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the syllabub first. They're probably going to think that's it. And we're going to bring the tray of the Flambé coffee. Hopefully we will love it. It'll be the end of a good evening. I just dim the lights so we can be sure we can see all the flames and we get the whole explosion and impression about it.
Flaming Grand Marnier is poured over the soaked orange peel.
Yeah, flavours.
What is this?
Watch your hair!
Wow!
Then coffee is poured into the hot flaming mixture at the table to great effect. And you have the perfect after-dinner drink. Eric's philosophy: put all the hard work in beforehand and into creating stunning desserts, and you can enjoy your own dinner party. Next time, a family recipe from the Lanlard clan, Gâteau Breton comme mamie. Eric travels to Dublin to sample afternoon tea Emerald Isle style, plus a light as a feather raspberry and basil tart. You're invited to afternoon tea when Glamour Puds continues.